Hi everybody, walk of the day, beautiful day, rained yesterday so all the trees are happy. So today's vlog is about what it takes to be a genius, and I've done a lot of studying on genius activities throughout history and also geniuses themselves, genius ideas. And one of the things that I came up with in my studies, reading books and studying geniuses, is they didn't follow anyone's advice. They had a direct connection with the universe, with their maker, with their creator. They had a direct connection. And you know, it's something that I've kind of grappled with, and I think a lot of people grapple with this. It's difficult because there's really good advice that people can give you, and you want to assimilate the good ideas into your system, right? You want to learn. But ultimately people have their own connection to the universe and to the creator and to their purpose, right? So, and the same thing with medicine. You know, one of my mentors said, a banana is gonna be good for somebody, and the other person is gonna kill him. So the future of medicine, they're just gonna take a swab and they're gonna download all your information that's from your ancestors and from your DNA and from your makeup and everything, and you're gonna be completely different biologically, and the way for you to eat is gonna be different from your sister or your brother, or you know, from other people. So the part about the individual, this is the thing that geniuses have always known. Individuality does not endanger unity. And a good leader, a good genius leader, will be able to unite the masses. Not necessarily are they good. You know, there's a lot of sadistic psychopaths throughout history as well. But I'm talking about geniuses like Gandhi, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, although Michelangelo was kind of a bastard. Throughout history, there's been these amazing geniuses. And again, what I'm trying to say is that when you connect with your purpose and your soul, that is part of the genie. That is part of the genie soul. That is part of your soul with your purpose, with your creator, right? So, like when I go around and teach children and work with children, I just work with them, and then I stand back and let them tell me what they experienced. I don't try to force my religion or my way of doing things or my knowledge or anything onto them. I just share and let them come up with their own ideas. And there's been a couple of parents that have asked me, like, how are you raised this way as a Renaissance woman? And this is my advice to any parent that's trying to raise a genius child. Let them be. Instruct them with the very best that you can, and then let them be. It's the parents that screw up the kids, you know? And not in every case, but in a lot of the cases, because they don't understand and they don't respect that the child has its own purpose, its own design, its own intelligent design. And the interference and the meddling, I mean, personally in my life, people that have meddled and interfered, they learn the hard way. You know, I have a connection with the divine universe the way it is, and it doesn't mean that I don't learn, because I'm always reading and I'm always learning and taking in, but ultimately it's my connection and my purpose, right? And it's your connection and your purpose. So this thing about trying to dominate and control and all of that with women, it's over. And you know, men have two choices. They can either start allowing women to just do their thing, or they're going to try to control them, like abuse. And I think I just read that's one of like the main causes of deaths for women is domestic abuse. Men are killing women. They hate them. You know, it's because they can't control themselves, so they feel like they have to control the woman. The woman is like, what? Like, that's why women are going to end up taking over. The Dalai Lama said that too. And Plato was like, he just warned everybody, all the men. He's like, if you ever let women rule, they will become your masters. And all the men were like, oh my God, let's not make it happen. Oh! So there was this huge rebellion against women. And they raped, pillaged, and plundered women, man. It wasn't just a few hundred. It was millions of women. Millions. So, sorry, the noise. So, yeah, it was millions of women that were murdered in the Inquisitions and stuff. And even still, there is a mass agenda to muzzle women. You know, it's like, it's hard for men because their reign is over and they know it. It's like the inevitable is coming, so you just have to be like, if I was a man, I would get to know women really, 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 really well and then protect them. I wouldn't try to like subdue them, you know. But back to geniuses. Subduing an artist throughout history, subduing artists has been the worst idea ever. Like, it is a very violent and volatile thing when you try to suppress an artist. And wars have broken out over this very thing. A lot of people think that it's about land, and to some extent it is, but a lot of it has to do with suppressing women. And the knowledge that is based in one race or another race, this is DNA wars. This is about wars for knowledge. And that's a whole other vlog, but suppressing geniuses throughout history, it's like walking on a volcano, you know. It could erupt at any moment, and it's dangerous. So when I see artists or the creative spirit, when I go to schools and I teach kids, and I see creative spirits being suppressed by their parents or by dogma or by religion or by the pharmaceutical companies, I just tell them what's up. There is nothing wrong with you, kid. The only thing that's wrong with you is that you're being suppressed. And suppressed, just look what happened to Hitler. His teacher, Hitler was an artist. His teacher told him he sucked. He just wanted to paint and draw, you know? I tell you, man, suppressing artists is not a good thing. It's not. And for you men out there that want to suppress women and suppress, what is there, like 98% male artists in the world and only 2% women? That's such fucking bullshit. Calling it. So when people are jealous of me or envious or they want to kill me, or men want to suppress me because they can't control me, I just think, why? You know? I'm like 2% of the female population of artists. Y'all should be fucking allowing these endangered species that I am room to breathe. So that's why this talk is on allowing geniuses to flourish. Like in the Renaissance, you know, we're coming into a second Renaissance, and part of it has to do with allowing people to express themselves in whatever form they can, as long as they're not hurting other people or themselves. Let them express themselves. Stop trying to squelch them. Stop trying to thwart them. Stop trying to control them. Stop trying to disempower them. Stop trying to shove drugs down their throat. Stop trying to abuse them. That is abuse, you know? And some people think that this world is about taking and raping and pillaging and plundering, and look where that's got us. We have to change, and it's women that are gonna have to put their foot down, respect other women, and respect children, respect minorities. Anyways, that is the vlog of the day.